welcome back to my channel. Do you want to school abroad but are discouraged by lack of funds to finance your education? In this video, we are going to cover 3 major tips on how to fully or partially fund your education, mainly in America. Keep watching. The first tip is scholarships. So I made notes, so I keep looking down. If I look down, I'm looking at my notes. Scholarships. There are literally hundreds of scholarships available to you. The problem with scholarships though is because they're essentially free money, so they're very, very competitive and hard to get. But if you are determined and you always put your best foot forward, you can get scholarships. I got several scholarships, and if I can get scholarships with graduating with a 2.2 from my undergrad, you can get scholarships too. All right, so there are many international students that always say, oh, I probably would never get a scholarship, or I don't qualify for a scholarship. Well, yes you do, because you never know if you do not apply. So my tip here is apply for scholarships. Most scholarship agencies or funders, they require 4 major things. Number 1 is a compelling essay. Why do you want to get the scholarship? You have to write an essay. Number 2 is a CV, a well-structured CV. Number 3 is your transcripts from every institution you've attended. And number 4 is letters of recommendation by either your bosses or sometimes your classmates or, professors, your lecturers in university, those kind of people. So those are the 4 major things or materials that funding agencies require. I would say the first way to find scholarships is to search online. Buy some data and get on your computer, spend good quality time searching online. I love this particular website. I'm going to show you. You can just type in your qualifications and a ton of scholarships are going to pop up and you can apply to all of those. So don't get discouraged. Keep looking. All right, so I love this scholarship website. It's called internationalscholarships.com, and you can find anything, any scholarship here. It asks you what you're studying, where you want to study, and where you're from, and then it brings up all the scholarships available to you. So sorry if my hand is shaky, but I'm having to hold the camera. All right, so what are you studying? Let's say we pick agriculture. It says, where are you studying? Let's say we pick US, right? That's where we want to study. Where is this place? United States. And then it says, where are you from? So I'm from Nigeria, so I'm gonna pick Nigeria right here, and then search. And then see all the scholarships available. So many scholarships, guys. So many. So yeah, all right. Check it out, internationalscholarships.com. So another one I love is the scholarships for development. So this is mostly for students from developing countries like you. And you get to, guys, look at this. You really just have to search the internet. Look at this, all of these scholarships. Top 10 scholarships for if you want to go to Belgium, France, blah, blah, blah. There's so many, right? These are fully funded scholarships here. And the link to this website is going to be in my bio. So go into my bio and check it out. It's called the Scholarship for Development. I know a lot of people who have gotten scholarships from here. So yeah, so check it out. Link in my bio or link in the description box. Scholarship for Development. Okay, number 2. So under scholarships, don't wait until last minute to apply. So I have served on several scholarship boards. I have reviewed several scholarships, and a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, as applications roll in, as they are submitted, I get a notification and then I look through, right? So you have to apply, you know, kind of midway through. So not immediately the scholarship announcement is posted, but kind of midway through, right? So that you're competitive. Because if they find some good applications, they can just say, oh, whatever else is submitted, we're not gonna care too much, right? So you want to submit as soon as possible. And working on your scholarship application early also gives you some time to really perfect your essay. Remember, you have to write a compelling essay. So working on that helps you a lot. Giving yourself time helps you a lot because you can revise and review your essay, which I'm making another video on how to write the perfect scholarship essay. Look out for that. So don't apply to only one scholarship. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Apply to every single scholarship. Guys, I applied to a million scholarships, you know, so apply to a lot of scholarships. Any scholarship you see that you qualify for, apply. A lot of times, sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm probably not gonna get this scholarship. That's the one you get. The ones that you're like, oh, I'm the best, I'm definitely getting this scholarship. Those are the ones that you probably would not get. So you want to apply to multiple scholarships. Every scholarship, I would say, apply to those. So there's something in America called leadership. Okay, it's everywhere in the world, leadership. You want to volunteer to lead as often as you can. Americans are obsessed with leadership. They love leaders. They love to groom their students to be leaders. So if you're going to apply for a scholarship, you need your CV, your statement, your essay, your letters of recommendation have to portray that you have great leadership skills and leadership experience. So a lot of countries, I feel, are not very big on like grooming leaders and grooming communicators and this kind of things, but America is. They're very big on leadership. So if your essay can show your leadership experience, if letters of recommendation emphasize how much of a great leader you are, you're very competitive for those scholarships. Okay, all right, the second tip on how to get funded would be graduate or research assistantships. So I'll cover graduate assistantships first. If you're a graduate student, this is gold for you. Email or call the academic graduate advisor. Why? Because they typically know everything about the graduate program, okay? So ask if they have any graduate assistantships available for international students. A lot of departments have graduate assistantships available. Before you even apply, just inquire, right? Because you don't want to waste application fees if they do not have graduate assistant positions open. So what a graduate assistant typically does is you work with a professor and then you grade for that professor. So you work with a professor on maybe two classes. You grade for the professor. If the professor is out sick or traveling for a conference, or for whatever reason the professor cannot make class, you fill in for the professor. You're pretty much helping the professor really in several ways, but it's typically in teaching, right? You also manage online classes as a graduate assistant. So that's pretty good. It's very good experience for you. The perk of being a graduate assistant is most universities typically waive your tuition, which is a huge chunk, right? And you get to pay just fees. Fees can range from $1,000 to $2,000 depending on the university. So definitely email the graduate academic advisor to ask about graduate assistantships. Research assistantships, though, are similar but somewhat different, right? So a research assistantship is typically working with professors on the research grants they get, right? So a tip would be search for professors that have been awarded research grants in a research area you're familiar with, right? Not experienced in. You don't need to have experience. I worked on a research grant during my PhD, and I did not have any experience. I was 23. So don't worry about experience, but something you're interested in, something you're willing to learn in. And to get research assistantships, you need to email professors that have grants. So email professors, ask them about, their grants, like tell them how excited you are about their research and how you would love to work for them and contribute somehow to their research. Research assistantships are amazing. They pay literally every single dime for you, right? So a lot of grants come with, monies to fund research assistants, right? So those are typically fully funded. A research assistant's job mostly involves, collecting data, working in a lab, cleaning data, analyzing data, just a lot of research, really. So the graduate assistant is more teaching, research assistant is more research, and those are available in a lot of places. You just have to look. You just have to email, call, spend some time researching these places and communicate with them. Okay. The third tip is this should be the last resort, right? If you're really passionate about coming to the US and you have emailed, you have called, there's nothing available, you have applied for every scholarship on the face of the earth that you qualify for, the third tip is to apply for international student loans. Those are available. Those are very, very much available. So those loans typically require a co-signer. So a co-signer is a person who has a record of stay in the US. So somebody who has like a social security, who is earning enough, and a co-signer is pretty much saying, hey, if this person doesn't pay their loan, I will pay their loan. Sometimes it's really hard to find co-signers, but there's still funders, there's still loan agencies that would loan to international students without a co-signer. The only downside or issue with that is that their interest rates are a little bit higher. So like a place called Empower Financing, I'll show you their website and all of that. They finance you, they would loan you money without a co-signer. So this is Empower Financing. You can get a loan. Apply now. This is for international students. They even have scholarships now, so that's great. And it says student loans in the US and Canada for international students, guys. I mean, this is amazing. You have no excuse. So you can get scholarships, you can apply for support. If you need help, you can ask them questions, you can read their blog. I love Empower Financing. You need to check them out. They're a great resource for you guys. Typically, loans called specialized private education loans would loan to international students. And their interest rates typically range between like 6% all the way up to 20%, which is crazy, I know. But think about it. If you are around the world, if you're this brilliant engineer that is probably going to start making over $100,000 a year after graduation, you can take a risk, right? You can come to the US, take a loan, excel in school, get a badass job, and be able to pay off your loan. So it's just faith. It's just stepping out in faith and saying, hey, I tried scholarships, I tried to get an assistantship or to get a research or graduate assistantships. Those did not work, but I'm still gonna come to the US. I'm still gonna go, I'm still gonna work hard, I'm gonna take a loan, I'm gonna get a great job, and I'm gonna pay off my loans. That requires a lot of faith, but it's doable. I know people that took out international student loans that work with, Chevron, Shell, a ton of amazing Facebook. I have a friend who works for Facebook that took out a loan and he's paying off that loan very easily now because you know, he's making enough money to do that. All right, so those are the 3 major tips on finding funding in the US. And it's possible, it's doable, it just requires a lot of hard work. It's hard work, a lot of research, but I promise you it's doable, okay? Have a great day and see you in my next video. Bye-bye.